In Vermont, there is a small town. The town is called Sherman. Not many people live there anymore. It is almost a ghost town. Near Sherman, there is a tall hill. It stands high above the White River. People call this place Loser's Leap. It is a quiet place. It is a lonely place. The wind whispers through the tall grass. It sounds like a sad secret. For hundreds of years, people have come to this hill to end their lives. The stories say something bad lives there. It waits for people who are sad. A boy named Sam liked to go to the hill. He was 17 years old. Sam was a writer. He liked to sit on the edge of the leap. He would write in his notebook. He felt lonely most of the time. His old friends were busy with other things. Sam did not feel like he belonged, but at Loser's Leap, the quiet helped him think. He felt a strange peace there. He did not believe the ghost stories. He thought they were just stories. He saw only the trees and the river below. The world felt far away. Sam would visit the leap almost every day. He would watch the sun set over the water. The colors would paint the sky. He wrote about the beauty. He wrote about his own feelings of being alone. The hill was his special place. It was a place where nobody bothered him. He could be himself. The stories of the leap were just background noise to him. They were tales for children, meant to scare them away from the dangerous edge. He was not a child. He was not scared. But the hill had a dark history. The stories were older than the town itself. People said a presence haunted the spot. It called out to those with heavy hearts. It promised them peace. It promised them an end to their pain. The local people knew to stay away. They warned their children. They told them never to go to Loser's Leap alone. They said if you felt sad, the hill would notice, and once it noticed you, it would not let you go. Sam did not listen to the warnings. He just saw a hill. One afternoon, Sam was not alone. A girl was sitting near the edge of the leap. She had long blonde hair that moved in the breeze. She turned to look at him. Her eyes were the color of turquoise stones. They were bright and beautiful. She smiled at him. "It's a beautiful view, isn't it?" she said. Her voice was like music. Sam was surprised. He had never seen anyone else here. He felt his heart beat a little faster. He had not talked to a new person in a long time. Her name was Leona. She said she liked the quiet of the leap, just like him. They started talking. It was easy to talk to her. Sam told her about his writing. He told her how he felt lonely. Leona listened to every word. She seemed to understand him completely. She did not judge him. She made him feel seen. She made him feel important. For the first time in a long time, Sam did not feel so alone. He felt a connection. It was a powerful feeling. They met at the leap every day after that. They would talk for hours. They watched the sun go down. Leona would tell him he was special. She told him his writing was brilliant. She said the world did not understand him, but she did. Sam started to write for her. His stories became happier. His poems were filled with her turquoise eyes and her musical laugh. He felt like he was floating. He was falling for her. He thought she was the answer to all his problems. But there was something strange about Leona. She never talked about her own life. She never mentioned her family or where she lived. She was only ever at the leap. When Sam asked, she would just smile and change the subject. She would say that only their time together mattered. Sam was so happy that he did not push. He did not want to ruin what they had. He was content to live in the moment. He was happy to have her in his life, even if she was a mystery. Sam wanted to know more about the place he shared with Leona. He went to the town library. He started to read about the history of Loser's Leap. He found old newspapers. The articles told stories of the people who had died there. They were all so sad. There were stories from the 1980s, the 1950s, and even further back. Each story was a tragedy. A young man who lost his job, a woman whose heart was broken. They all came to the leap to find an end. The stories made Sam feel cold. He kept reading. He found a strange detail in an old journal. It was written by a man in the 1920s. The man wrote about his deep sadness. He also wrote about a girl he had met. A beautiful girl who understood his pain. He met her at the leap. He said her name was Leona. Sam's blood ran cold. It had to be a coincidence. It was just a name. But he kept looking. He found another story, this time in a police report from the 1970s. A teenage boy. Before he died, he told his friends about a new girl. Her name was Leona. A pattern began to form. It was a terrifying pattern. In every case he could find, there was a mention of a mysterious girl. She always appeared to someone who was lonely or depressed. She always met them at the leap. She was always beautiful and kind. She always understood them, and she was always named Leona. Sam felt sick. This could not be real. The girl he knew, the girl he was falling for, could not be connected to these deaths. It was impossible. Sam thought about his Leona, her strange eyes, her mysterious past, how she only ever existed at Loser's Leap. He remembered how she made him feel. She made him feel like he was the only person in the world. She made his sadness feel special. She told him she was the only one who could truly understand his soul. The words that once made him feel loved now sounded like a trap. He realized she was not healing his loneliness, she was feeding on it. Sam went back to Loser's Leap. He had to see her one more time. He had to know the truth. The sun was setting. Leona was there, waiting for him. She smiled and her turquoise eyes sparkled. "I was waiting for you," she said. Her voice was as beautiful as ever, but this time Sam did not hear music. He heard a warning. He looked at her, really looked at her. She was beautiful. But it was a cold beauty. It was the beauty of a perfectly preserved flower, with no life in it. He realized what she was. She was not a person. She was something else. She was the ghost from the stories. She was the siren of Sherman. She was the reason the hill was called Loser's Leap. She found lonely souls like him. She made them feel loved. She made them feel understood. Then she would whisper to them. She would tell them that the only way to keep that perfect feeling forever was to leap, to join her in the quiet peace of the river below. She was not a friend. She was a hunter. Sam felt a deep fear. It was a fear that chilled him to his bones. He was another name on her long list. He was another sad story for the town library. He had been so lost in his own loneliness that he could not see the danger. He had been so desperate for a connection that he had walked right into a monster's arms. He thought about all the others before him, all the lonely boys and girls who had stood on this same spot and listened to her sweet song. He took a step back from the edge. He turned and walked away. He did not run. He walked with a new understanding. The loneliness he felt was real, but it was a part of him, not all of him. The hill had not made him lonely. It had only given his loneliness a place to grow, and Leona was not the cure. She was the poison. Sam left Loser's Leap that day and never went back. He knew the siren was still there, waiting for the next sad soul to come looking for a friend.